vote is expected soon from an advisory committee to the CDC about how to proceed with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
Yeah, it was put on hold just yesterday because of concerns about blood clots. Medical reporter Liz Bonus shares what experts have been discussing at an advisory panel that's being held today and why they decided to put the vaccine on hold, even though the chances of getting this complication are only 1 in a million.
Hey there, everybody. The CDC hoping to learn more about these blood clot cases today to help us continue on the path forward. One of the concerns and the reasons that they initially said they made this pause wasn't because this was a common complication, but they wanted to find out if any of these complications were potentially missed and not reported. They also, however, wanted to let providers know that some of the usual therapies used in standard treatment for blood clots may not be the best option in some of these cases for good outcomes. That's because the standard therapy for clots generally is a drug called heparin. But in this case of these potential vaccine-related clots, the CDC suggests an enzyme test first, because what they've discovered about these clots is that you
don't treat with heparin unless this test is negative.
They also want those who've had the vaccine within the last 3 weeks and notice these specific symptoms to tell a healthcare provider immediately.
If you develop a severe headache, abdominal pain, leg pain, or shortness of breath,
those are early warning signs for blood clots, according to vascular surgeon Dr. Patrick Muck. You can also experience blood clots from getting COVID-19, which is why the CDC must weigh the benefits of the vaccine against the risks of the virus.
COVID-19 causes immense inflammation that can lead to blood clots in your legs as well as blood clots in your lungs.
Now, the CDC and others very aware that those who are skeptical of vaccines are going to have really good data to support getting any of the vaccines, including the Pfizer and Moderna, as we move forward. Those were not linked to any of these complications.
The AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson vaccines both use an adenovirus vector. These vaccines are different from the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, which are mRNA-based vaccines. And to be very clear, these types of reactions, blood clots in combination with low platelets, are not being seen with the authorized vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna.
They cite this stop as a transparency that is important and needed for future confidence. I'm medical reporter Liz Bonus. We'll throw it back to you.
And following the advisory panel vote, they're going to make a recommendation to the CDC, or the CDC and the FDA will make recommendations to the states. And out of all the people who have gotten vaccinated so far, only 5% have had the J&J vaccine.